Welcome back, YouTube. And e- all right. Well, we have done our jobs somewhere down here. Let's keep on moving. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Gonna just I done some slight bit of changes to the vehicle 30. Yeah. No. Apparently, we have to retrofit it completely. Yes, version 44. Why in the world are you not? Oh. Now, of course, you're gonna have to spawn it in. I'm gonna have to jump on it. Kind of bothersome that you change like one or two blocks and it already does this. Yay. I added a couple what I done is actually just connected my front guns with another AI core and remove the target prioritization on it. An aim point selection, yeah. So this way, even if they're not going to be shooting into the weak spots, which is something I would like them to do, but apparently they're not going to do it. They just keep on shooting underneath the ships and stuff like that. So um, that would be way too bothersome for me to deal with, and I will just remove it completely. Well, we're now attacking the top side here as well. Okay, what do we have here? The Zealot, the Sea Flyer, and the Charger. So, yeah, the air frigate should paddle second on the list. Yeah, I did actually made a slightly different version of an air frigate, which I don't know about. Uh, yes, Vehicle 25 is in, and we are hitting stuff. Yay! The Zealot is kind of a bit tougher over the ships with the white flares, I must say that. Even though it still dies relatively quickly, so still not that much of a threat. Well, it is a threat if it rams you, but getting it to ram you, yeah, it often takes too much damage. But otherwise, yeah, one of the biggest rammers in the white flares fleet, and it can. I have seen more than once just hitting the ship and then pushing it into the bottom of the sea. Kinda bizarre when it happens. And well, this should be the last one, I suspect. Not particularly big. Hmm. Kinda cutesy looking. But yes, the white flares, the suicide vessels. And they do have a lot of charging vessels. Which is kind of their thing. And it's even in the lore that there is the priesthood that lives pretty much in the large ships which are very highly advanced and stuff, and the believers, they get you know, small shitty craft that suicides and they die for their god. Hmm. Well, yay. So yeah, the ships that the ships are, however, very nicely diverse amongst the white flares, I must say. It's like they have a good mix of aircraft and ships, slower and faster ships, and also some aircraft force, which is not that strong, I must say. Especially their Thundercraft are not particularly viable, like the Sparrow. That thing is, I don't think it's working properly or something, because it kind of just it picks its nose up and then just sits like in midair, trying to stay up, but just well, it can't really. Ooh, not. Then look at what I'm spawning, how I'm spawning in. Oh, yeah. Hopefully no friendly fire there, please. And level up. It's not like we need it. Alright, and it's, yeah, one or more of these small bases, spiky bases, and it's going down. For the fledged god with the advanced cannons. Yeah, 2 damaged. So this is end of this battle as well. Mm. Right, hello. Okay. How are you doing? 74%. We're also gonna need some resupply vessels down there. Ooh. Plenty of resources, but didn't, you know, building anything there. I want you to build another air frigate. Well, now, what should we build? No, the new air frigate, yeah, the 402. Build it. Yeah, split forces in advance. Doesn't really matter. And blue, and there's the speed. Back to our advanced force attempts. Oh, come on. Wait for 25 years. For what? Now this is. Alright, another battle at hand. Yeah, now we're gonna actually look at how we're positioned. Previously it was not ideal. And yeah, here. Oh. Had to check whether or not my mic is on. But yeah, the new vehicle 26 is also doing its job just fine. And yeah, it's the white flares. Their ships just, I don't think they present much of trouble to the player. Well, unless of course you forgot to target them and you allow them to hit you with their nukes time and time again. Should we let getting hit by a nuke? Ah, okay. Let's allow that to happen. And the vehicle 21 is trying to shoot it, or maybe not. Did it lose its control or something? It's just going in a straight line. I don't have much of intentions of chasing this thing around the field. Oh no, it's turning. Apparently it's targeting the subby, but you do know subby is underwater, right? You can't get there. Huh. Okay. That was derpy. Uh, trying to attack a ship that there was no way of it reaching it. Just skidded along the surface, apparently. And this is the Chorus, which is also already dead, so... that was not much of a challenge. And it's too damaged. Alright, so this is another battle over with? Yep. Moving to the next one. Oh. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave the top part here for a bit longer. It's 24, 30, 25, 32, so yeah, not exactly the biggest of fights. And let's see the vehicle 30, and yeah, let's you move ahead. Alright. Are they? No, they're not. Well, we could destroy this thing. Okay. Our ships, yeah, they'll be fine like that. Oh, come on. Okay. For some other reason, it put me in the middle of nowhere there. Come on. We can make it to the enemy base. Slowly but surely. Is this the first land base we are attacking? I think that it is. It's pretty much supposed to be like a town. So yay. We are yeah, it's not as dangerous as the deep water cart is. And yeah, I don't think no they don't they cannot see us. Their detection is apparently not implemented into the game yet, so hmm. As I said before, not all of the structures building ships have been updated. Apparently, the white flares do have a couple of stuff yet that does not have any detection on them. And of course, as the end result, they can't really hit you. Yeah. But yeah, it's supposed to be something like a town, slightly bit defended, but not too much. And you can see the spiky style of the white flares. And there are houses with a ton of these. I mean, I know it looks cool, but the maintenance on these things needs to be horrendous. I mean, just how the heck you clean the roof? You get yourself impaled and something, you know. Talk about getting a nail in a foot. This would be way, way worse. Ah. Yeah, and we didn't take any damage. And our cram cannons are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Well, this is something that cram cannons will be particularly good at because it's a static target. Unfortunately, however, they're trying to hit something that I don't think they can. Well, now they can hit it, it's just that we're so far away that... How far away are we? 1,000 meters. 1,500 meters, and we already have problems hitting. Yeah. Hmm. Can we not detect it or something? That could be an option. I'm pretty sure we can detect it. I mean, what is that frigate? It's right over here. I should show it a bit more, but... You're doing some oddness yet again. And of course, with an ass to the enemy, because that's somehow the better part of strategizing or something. Have your combat AI on and just doing this. It's very awkward, I must say. You're not the smartest thing around, I suppose. But yeah, I know I'm constantly complaining about the AI, but it is a large portion of the game. I mean, what the hell is it doing? Ay, 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 ay. It quite clearly does have fuel on board and everything is functioning, so what is it trying to do? I don't understand. Just maybe we should wait. We have taken damage. Did we ram into an island? Ah, yeah. You do that. Cannot jump onto our frigate. And we are rising for some other reason as well. Well, that's not the way you're supposed to be set up. Oh yeah, because it was about those things. That's why it was rising. It just I don't understand what it's trying to do. I mean, you're only having one gun facing downward, so that's your prime firepower when it comes down to destroying buildings. It would be nice to be slightly bit front on toward those houses and not doing some oddness stuff. It's... Yeah, and the altitude drop now, yeah. It was because it was above the hills. It's set up whether or not it's terrain or sea. If it's closer than 300 meters, the airship will try to lift up a bit. And but that should not explain why it was just sitting still. And usually it's if you just spawn it into a vehicle designer, it immediately tries to run in circles. But now it was just sitting there. That's like the first time I saw it do that. It's somewhat confusing on what causes it to just sit there. I don't get it. Because if it just spawns in the water, it immediately starts like driving into circles. And that's actually somewhat annoying. But here it was just, nope, just sitting there. I literally don't get it. I do not get what it was doing. Okay, and this one is dead as well. So this attack is done with. We can destroy an entire town of believers. Yay. Well, believers, religious nuts. One more thing. Back to combat and pull. Yeah, we can go now down south again. Uh, what laggy thing is this? Yeah. Great. Vehicle 400, yes. This one. Vehicle 30 on top, please. Yeah, we can have those two. Marrow purple. This here. Charger. Wheels. Seaflyer. Ripper. Yeah, nothing much of a threat, I suppose. And let's spawn onto our fleet. That is kind of annoying that if you are not on the vehicle, you can't. You press E and it teleports you. You know, vast distances away where you are completely out of combat. That is somewhat annoying. But I mean, it's yeah, I understand it. They need like a focal point, and that's being your character. As I said, free camera needs a specific button or something. Okay. Charging vessels coming our way. Will you take them out, please? Oops. There's something blew up over there. And yeah, this one blew up as well. Now let's just get hit by a nuke. Saying that casually. Oh, this is bad. I mean, ship intercourse 101. Apparently it spawned one on top of another. Yeah. It's not the best situation there. It's gonna cause extra lag to us, I suppose. Oh! You did not detonate. But you will. Yep. Boom. Kinda awesome looking, but damage wise, yeah, it does quite a lot of damage, but not to what people would expect out of a nuke, I must say. On the other hand, yeah. Yeah, not really there with the damage. We lost like 3% though from 2 nukes. Ouch. I mean, 3% may not sound a lot, but if it would be right on the right spots, it could cause us some problems. But well, it wasn't. We did lose some of our missile base, but that was kinda it. And our air frigate is yet again in the game, doing its thingy. It's yeah. Maybe I should put more of bottom weaponries on it. Because now that cannon is like the only thing that's that it's having an not really proficient, I suppose. I mean, it's not the best weapon around. It does have the accuracy and the shell velocity to hit targets, but it was singular 300mm gun, so some of those sporadic battles with these white flares, because half of them are like charging in, half of them are still spawning. Alright. Is this yeah, this just waiting for more to respawn actually. Let's press F11. It's not so far not that much about problems dealing with the white flares, even though I must admit it was only a couple of battles. Huh. Ouch. And that's exactly what those 450mm guns were supposed to be doing. Straight on hitting and practically obliterating enemy ships in like a single shot. They're gonna continue in doing that. Oh yeah. I know it looks kind of cheaty with those guns, but actually there are very similar guns already in the game. One of like the enemy I would be quite unpleasant to deal with is the Steel Strider Excalibur, and that thing has something like, I think it's 12, 4x3, yeah, it's 12. 400mm guns, which also have ship ammunition in them. And it's actually pretty tough ship, so it usually does not go down in a couple of shots. And those guns, well, if they hit you, not nice. And well, we're 27 minutes in, so I'm gonna reposition my ship up, and it's gonna be the end of this recording. Oh, come on, up, up. Oh my god, lag. Most likely something updating. It's actually it's just the time of the day when I usually get, yeah. Yep, I got a notification by Windows. It's been updating yet again. So, well, see ya.